backs.
I will. You could take it.
All right. I will. All right, running backs. My boom this week is Ramondre Stevenson.
Here of Quentin Williams. We're set far side. It's caught. First down. Stevenson, he's right.
Oh,
He's playing Tennessee. He just rushed 20 times for 48 yards. The big thing, though, is he had 2 touchdowns. Playing against a solid defense, which it actually boggles my mind that, like, Tennessee's so bad, but, like, their defensive rankings are, like, still pretty good. I just don't get it, how that works. Like, but yeah, but for some reason, the team seems to be in shambles. I would imagine if you're on that team, like, you got to be, like, they've got to be thinking rebuild now already.
Yeah.
Right. And so Tennessee offense isn't any good either. So I don't expect the Patriots necessarily to be down and coming from behind. So I think Ramondre, first of all, he is the better back than Gibson. And so I think they'll feed him a lot this week.
All right. For my boom, I have the opposite side of the field. I have Tony Pollard.
From the 29, it's Pollard with an opening. Pollard across the 35, shoved across the 40 and down.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of touches right now.
Because they're so bad.
Yeah, he's averaging around 18 touches per game the past 4 games. And they're playing against the Patriots, who have given up also like the 4th most to running backs. And I don't see this game pulling away from the Titans as bad as they are.
Right.
And so I believe Pollard will get the ball a lot. And like you're saying, their offense is not
good
anywhere. Yeah. So if they're going to do anything, they're going to give it to Pollard.
Wow, our booms are in the same game. It's usually not like that. It means one of us is going to be right or both of us is going to be wrong. Okay, moving on to bust. I would just not even touch this guy this week, but it's Javonte Williams.
Have 2 touchdowns passing, 1 rushing, over 200 yards. And Javonte Williams getting going on the ground again.
I mean, playing against Baltimore, they're like easily the number 1 rushing defense. I think last time I checked, they were allowing an average of 70 yards per game, and then the next team up is like a big gap. So, I mean, Denver's offensive line is okay, but should be too much with the Ravens coming into town. So yeah, I wouldn't start him this week and stay away from
him. All right. I have Nick Chubb.
I felt this was the best thing for his team, as Chubb will break through the defense, and Hamilton
is my bust.
Ooh.
I know a lot of people are like leaning on that name, and I have him in one of my leagues.
Yeah.
And he's getting carries. I think he had 16 carries last week. Not really efficient. I mean, but they still won, I guess.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. But he's still playing with some limitations. I know he's not fully going against, but he's playing against Chargers, who are a top 3 run defense. Good job. But all their running backs are also coming back to health, and so I feel like they're not going to want to lean on Chubb as much. With that surprise win against the Ravens as well, with James Winston throwing for over 300 yards, I think that they'll still try to beat the Chargers in the air. And so Chubb, like, just name value alone, he's like someone you want to start or play, but I think he's not going to have a good week.
Okay. Nick Chubb, should I have him? I might have to start him too, though. Okay. Moving on to sleepers. Running back sleepers. My running back sleeper this week is Tyler Algier.
And now Tyler Algier on 3rd down.
Dallas is Atlanta's playing Dallas. Dallas is they're just not good on defense all around. And I would expect a heavy dosage of Robinson and Algier. Algier just had 12 carries, and I think he's going to get about the same. So yeah, I think you could start him confidently, like as like a flex player. And I think you could expect a good. I mean, we always talk about this. What's like a good, like for a sleeper, like a good, like you're willing to live with amount of fantasy points, like 7, 8, or is that too
I think
low?
I think it's 7 is great.
7 is great.
Yeah,
he can easily get 7.
Yeah. So. Yeah, sounds good.
7.
That sounds good.
Happy with 8.
Happy with 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My sleeper is kind of he's not as much of a sleeper, but I just feel like because of where he's at, he could be more available in more leagues than most, but it's Mostert.
Mostert switching back. Oh, walk-in touchdown.
And I think people just forgot about him this year because he started the year injured.
He scored, right, this past
So
game?
he scored 2 touchdowns.
Oh, he scored 2.
2 touchdowns. And so the reason why I'm thinking he's a sleeper is because like everyone's just think Achane's a guy.
Yeah.
And Mostert's super inefficient. But when it comes down to the red zone,
It's him.
it's always him. And he had 9 carries, 19 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think he's a really good just like last like flex play if you have a chance to use him.
Yeah.
Because and he's like projected like around 7 points a game, to be honest, like 6-7.
Yeah.
Which is like a little higher than most second backs. But he has the potential to
Because if he scores
play
a
better,
touchdown,
yeah.
if he scores a
honestly.
touchdown, it's better than that.
And Miami right now is a great team to beat for Mostert because they can march.
Yeah.
And once they get to the red zone, Tua's not a red zone quarterback, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so they just pound the ground with Mostert. You know, so
Okay.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Because because of the season, he's probably owned by a lot of people, but not as utilized.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Because last year he obviously was like the number 2 back in the league, and it's very different.
Was he really?
He was.
Oh, wow. I knew he was really good, but 2 was
He
crazy.
was like the number 2 back.
Wow. Okay.